Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. I would like to welcome you to our video explanation about complete test 1, which consists of structure, written expression, and also reading comprehension. And here we are from 7th group TBI B. My name is Alfirdita Febrianti and my friend Muhammad Ahmadi, Aliatul Mafahiro, and the last Nova Amelia Soliha. And I hope you enjoy this video. I'm Alfirdita Febrianti. I will explain how to answer or how do the strategy to answer of structure question. For the first is in number 1. We first determine the subject and the verb first. Generally, in an English sentence consists of one subject and one verb. The verb already exists, range. Then we only need the subject. Among the A, B, C, D option, which one is possible to be the subject? So the answer is E, canaries. B, wrong, because there is an additional word which. And C, also wrong, because there is an additional that, which a conjunction. And D, wrong, because there is an additional that conjunction and a verb addition. And next, for the number 2. Here, just like in number 1, in this sentence, we find the verb is determined, but we don't have the subject. Then, the sentence needs a subject, so that it is possible to be subject of this sentence. So, the subject is D, the value. And then, for the number 3. Number 3, it relates to the proper use of conjunction. To find out, we must know the meaning of this sentence. So here, I will read the meaning. Tornado bergerak atau berputar melawan arah jarum jam di bagian utara bumi. Adapun ia berputar sebaliknya atau berarti searah jarum jam di bagian selatan bumi. So, the answer is C, although. Because although is used as a conjunction that connect two clauses that contradict each other. Okay, for number 4, of course, we must know the subject and the verb first. And here, we know the subject is the Caldecott meat, and the verb is worded. So, this sentence is complete and means that in this sentence it only needs addition or appositive. So, the most likely to be appositive is B, which price. The word price here is a noun. Therefore, if you find the word which, then it must be followed by is or auxiliary. And then for the number 5, in this sentence, there is already the subject, the horn. And the verb is consist. So here we don't need a verb anymore. And the correct answer is C, growing. E and B are wrong, and D is also wrong because it creates another clause. And remember, two clauses must consist of one conjunction word, so that the answer is C. Okay, for the number 6, this sentence consists of two verbs, are and are cultivated. So, if there are two clauses, it takes one conjunction, and the correct answer is B, but some. And to answer the question number 7, we first look for the subject and the verb. And subject here is thunder, verb here occur. And here is also the conjunction as. Okay, so we need one more subject and one more verb. And the answer is D, an electrical charge passes. An electrical charge is subject and the passes is verb. Number 8. Once again, find the subject and the verb first. Here, research is subject and Saturn's moon is subject. Titan have verb and contains verb. Remember here, there are two clauses. It means we need a conjunction. So, the most correct one is C, weather. And then number 9. If we look here, there are two clauses. Nimbus stratus, clothes, subject, are verb, and for both is verb. So, it takes a conjunction and the answer is B, which. The word which here is function as a conjunction and subject of the verb for both. And the last, number 10. And number 10 here, the correct answer is A. It was used as a measurement because there is a word was, which mean indicate the past.
Okay, for this time, I will answer about written expressions. Okay, number 1. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Ahmadi. Okay, for this time, I will answer about written expressions. Okay, number 1. Light can travels from the sun to the earth in 8 minutes and 20 seconds. A. Like. B. Travels. C. Inch. D. Seconds. Answer. Travels menjadi travel. Kata yang perlu diperbaiki adalah kata travels, sebab ada imbuhan S dan tidak sesuai dengan rumus modal verb 1. Number 2. Every human typically have 23 pairs of chromosomes in most cells. A. Typically. B. Have. C. Most. D. Cells. Answer. Have menjadi has. Kata yang perlu diperbaiki adalah kata have, sebab ada kata every pada kalimat awal yang berarti tunggal atau singular. Number 3. Most sedimentary rocks start forming when grains of clay, seed sandy settle in river valleys or on the bottoms of lakes and oceans. A. Moss. B. Subforming. C. Sandy. D. Oron. Answer. Sandy menjadi sands. Kata yang perlu diperbaiki adalah kata sandy, sebab itu adalah kata sifat bukan noun, kata benda, dan harus paralel. Number 4. The total thickness of the ventricular walls of the heart are about 3 times that of the atria. A. Walls. B. Are. C. About. D. That. Answer are menjadi is. Kata yang perlu diperbaiki adalah kata are, sebab ada dalam kalimat di atas itu singular subject dan singular verb. Number 5. The type of jazz known as swing was introduced by Duke Ellington when he wrote and records it don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. A. Noun. B. Introduce. B. C. He. D. Records. Answer record menjadi recorded. Kata yang perlu diperbaiki adalah kata record, sebab itu tidak paralel struktur. Number 6. The bones of mammal, not like those of other vertebrates, show a high degree of differentiations. A. Like. B. Thus. C. Others. D. Differentiations. Answer. Not like menjadi unlike. Kata yang perlu diperbaiki adalah kata not like, sebab kata ini biasanya digunakan pada akhir kalimat atau klausa. Number 7. The neocortex. Number 7. The neocortex has evolved more recently than others layer of the brains. A. The. B. Evolved. C. Thence. D. Other. Answer. Then menjadi then. Kata yang perlu diperbaiki adalah kata then, sebab tak sesuai dengan rumus kompetitif degree. More plus than, bukan more plus than. Number 8. The United States received a large amount of revenue from taxation of tobacco products. A. Receives. B. Amount. C. Taxations. D. Of a. Answer. Of a menjadi of, sebab pada kata products terdapat imbuhan s yang menandakan plural. Number 9. Much fats are composed of one molecule of glycerin combined with 3 molecules of fatty acid. A. Much. B. Combined. C. Fatty. D. H. Answer. Much menjadi many, sebab tidak sesuai dengan rumus much plus uncountable noun tanpa adanya s. Many plus countable noun, plural. Number 10. The capital of Confederacy was originally in Mobile, but they were moved to Richmond. A. Capital. B. Original. C. They were. D. Moved. Answer. They were menjadi it was, sebab they were itu adalah kata plural, sedangkan pada kata the capital itu singular, maka they were harus diubah menjadi it was.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, I'm Aliatul Mafahiro. I will explain how to answer or how do the strategy to answer of reading comparison question. This basic is mainly talking about. So, this is mainly talking about B. Audubon's road to success as a painter of birds. So, the keyword here is B, because we focus on the first paragraph that it already told about Audubon. And the second, the word foremost in the first sentence is closest in meaning to blah blah blah. That is, we focus on the first paragraph and the closest synonym, namely the first she. And the third, in the second paragraph, the author mainly discusses, so we focus on the second paragraph about where Audubon continues its journey, namely C, because in the second paragraph there already explained about Audubon's journey. And the next, the word mod in the second paragraph could be replaced by blah blah blah. So we now focus on the second paragraph, whose answer is A, because in the second paragraph of the word mod is generally in running a business, and so on. So we are mod here like the closest synonym tactics, namely A method. And the next, Audubon decided no to continue to preserve business when blah blah blah. So in this number 5, we have to scroll the text above. How many paragraphs here in the second paragraph of the last sentence that ended when he was in prison because of debt, so the correct answer is C. And the next, the word pursue in the one sentence of the 3 paragraph is closest in meaning to blah blah blah. So how to finish it? We immediately focus on the one sentence third paragraph because there is already the keyword and the synonym closest to the word pursue, namely C, follow. And the next, number 7. According to the basic Audubon's fighting. According to the basic Audubon's fighting, blah blah blah. The answer D, depicted bird in cage. So the answer here is D because the keyword is in paragraph 3, so we focus on paragraph 3, where it already explained about Audubon's painting. And the next, number 8. The word support in the last paragraph could be replaced by 4D. Why? Because above has already been said in the last paragraph, so we focus directly on the last paragraph, and the opposing answer is D, 4. And the last, number 9. It can be inferred from the basic that after 18 and 39, Audubon become wealthy. The answer is D. Why? So focus on the last paragraph on the sentence after the success of the English edition, American edition of his work were published in 18 and 39, and his fame and fortune were ensured. There it is explained that after 18 and 39, his will was confirmed.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nova Amelia Soleha, and this time I will continue the discussion about the questions that have been previously explained by my friend. And namely, here I will describe the strategy in answering reading comprehension. Reading comprehension questions. So then please read the text first and let's discuss one by one from the discussion of question number 10 up to 15. Okay, the question of number 10. The subject of the preceding paragraph was most likely blah blah blah. A. Ways of producing honey. B. Stories in the media about killer bees. And C. The chemical nature of killer bee ticks. D. The creation of the killer bee. Yeah, the answer is B. Because maybe before the first paragraph is discussed, there must be abusive problem or issue so that it is provoked to be exposed or discuss more deeply about the killer bee. Next, number 11. Yeah, the main idea of this passage is that killer bees blah blah blah. A. Have been in the news a lot recently. B. Have been moving unexpectedly rapidly through the Americas. And C. Are not as aggressive as their reputation suggests. D. Are a hybrid rather than a pure breed. And the answer is A. Because generally the main idea often appears at the beginning of the paragraph and can be seen at the beginning of the paragraph. Next to the question number 12, the word inflated in line 4 could best be replaced by blah blah blah. A. Exaggerated. B. Blown. C. Arid. D. Burst. Yeah. And the answer is number 12 is D. I think because the word inflated is very similar in meaning to burst. Yeah. So, I think the answer is D. Next, number 13. It can be inferred from the passage that the killer bee. A. Traveled from Brazil to Africa in Okay, next number 13. It can be inferred from the passage that the killer bee. A. Traveled from Brazil to Africa in 1955, and B. Was a predecessor of the African bee. C. Was carried from Africa to Brazil in 1955, and the last is did not exist early in the 20th century. Yeah, the answer is C. Because focus on the second paragraph in the sentence, the killer bee is a hybrid or combination of the very mild European strain of honeybee and the considerably more aggressive African bee, which was created when the African strain was imported into Brazil in 1959. Yeah, 55. Sorry. Yeah. And next, number 14. Why were African bees considered beneficial? Beneficial. A. They produce unusual type of honey. B. They spend their time traveling. C. They were very aggressive. And D. They did from inclement weather. And the answer is C. In the second paragraph here, it is explained that in the sentence, the African bees were brought into Brazil because their aggression. Yeah. The last questions, number 15. A hybrid in line 5 is blah blah blah. A. A mixer. B. A relative. C. A predecessor. And D. An enemy. The answer is A. Because in the second paragraph, on the word hybrid, there is also the word or, so another word for combination which refers to hybrid is word a mixture. So the answer is A mixer. Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.